So, my name is Morgan Main, and I'm here with Michael Yu,
Hi.
and we're going to talk about the progression of the atom. So, the first to theorize about the atom was this guy, Democritus. He believed that atoms were in spheres, and that there was a void in between all the atoms. So, if there was an atom here, there would be another one here, with a space in between. So, he also thought there were an infinite amount and types of atoms. Some would have like spikes around the side, some would have like dots or something. And they gave like the properties to the atoms, and that's what made them their own atom. He also believed that they interacted physically and they were separate entities. And they also got their properties from size and shape.
So, like, if you had a salt atom, which doesn't exist nowadays, but a salt atom would be spiky, which would make it so it would taste salty. So, 2,000 years later, another guy comes along by the name of Dalton. He still believes that all atoms are identical, still spheres. And the atoms were still categorized into elements, though, which gave them different properties, and they were exactly identical, though, even between elements. He believed that atoms could not be created or destroyed, or even divided, since it was just a simple sphere and nothing could much happen to it. And he decided that hydrogen would weigh 1 atomic mass unit.
Alright, so this guy, J.J. Thomson, he discovered the plum pudding model, which is this. It's a spherical cloud of positive charge with electrons with negative charge. So he basically just showed that the electrons are tiny and that the atoms have even smaller building blocks to make them atoms. Alright, so then this guy named Ernest Rutherford disproved Thomson's plum pudding model with the Rutherford atomic model.
So the Rutherford atomic model showed a nucleus right here of positive charge, and the electrons were still tiny, and there were no neutrons in the model still. But he discovered that there was protons within the nucleus, which he described as being the nucleus of the hydrogen atom, which was the most basic atom at the time. He believed that the nucleus of the hydrogen atom was a fundamental particle for all atoms, and so he discovered the proton. He discovered it by bombarding gold foil with alpha particles, a type of radiation, and when some of the alpha particles were deflected by the gold foil, which was unexpected, he thought that the alpha particles must have been hitting something, which he described as the nucleus. Then we go into quantum physics after Rutherford, where everything gets more and more complicated.
So this guy, Niels Bohr, he discovered the levels of electrons in his model. So basically, when an electron moves up a level, it absorbs energy, and when it goes down a level, it gives off energy.
Each of these energies are called quantums because they're extremely small.
So then, he also discovered the valence electrons on the outside. They describe how they react with other atoms, and he basically discovered the basis of quantum physics. So then, there's someone named Erwin Schrödinger who perfected the quantum model.
And this was his quantum model. It shows an electron cloud around the outside, in which electrons are most likely going to be in. There's still a nucleus in the center, but instead of levels, there is a general area of where electrons should be. In another part of quantum physics, he describes how particles react with each other. Most of them subatomic. So then we find the last subatomic particle, which has been missing for way too long.
The man who discovers it is James Chadwick, and he discovered the neutron. The neutron basically just gives the atom more mass, So it just gives it one more atomic mass unit.
So that's it for atomic history. Thanks for watching.